Reckon you making over there? That dude True went out and made some trades. And then got rid of Rose.
Fournier's got his first bucket of the game. He's on the board for three. And watching Evan Fournier, he's an intriguing two-guard prospect. Saw his minutes, Greg, spike last season after getting traded at the deadline.
Yeah, he finally had the chance to get in and prove himself. Had a few strong outings in the second half of last year. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Pass to Horford. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin,
I don't think
will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Feeds it to
my user is better than yours.
Griffin is screen on Irving. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Pittman. Over to the left wing. Got that one up quick. On defense, Toronto. 3-point lead. Here's Carpenter. No good on the triple.
You damn near shot the Clippers out the gym in the fourth quarter. The first game, they hold the fuck out of you.
Here's Pittman. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
King big game. That nigga King going to put his
money from him.
Nah, he been on.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Shot clock at 6. 13 feet away. Raptors leading by 5. There's the feed to Pittman. Toronto working the ball around now. Aldridge, the pass to Irving. Porter dishes to Pittman.
When I put chaos, I was
just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Picked by Horford. Here's Carpenter. Second chance shot. No luck. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. He lobs it up. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually...
And so the first quarter is in the books. Raptors lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Amon Shumpert is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Crawford. Then there's Lowry. And it's Henson in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
I'm thinking about letting that nigga Aldridge go. We start Whiteside at the center. Ibaka off the bench. We'll have to go get Ibaka off the bench. Put Shannon Fry in a rotation.
Carpenter! Whiteside, good. Clippers trail by 5. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he had.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Henson.
You done seen that already, Si. You done did that too many times.
Picked by Mozgov.
What too many times?
Kicks it to Kaminsky. Tries from 16. Los Angeles with another miss.
And you know the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Yes, sir.
He gives them a double-digit lead. Irving's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Crawford kicks to Mozgov. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Crabbe. The shot no good. Nice D from Crawford. To the paint. The pass to Kaminsky. Dishes to Lowry. Crawford kicks to Lowry. Here's Kaminsky. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Kaminsky's got his second basket. To the middle. The leaner inside.
Whiteside.
And the jam by Whiteside.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Kaminsky misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of room.
They've done a really good job of knocking down their long-distance shots here in the second quarter. I mean, they're shooting just above 40% from downtown. That's outstanding.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Trailblazers in Portland. Toronto was a strong team on the road last season, Clark. A big part of why they came away with 49 wins on the season.
And 22 of those 49 wins were on the road. As a group, they managed to keep things close on the road. And because of that competitiveness, they were over 500 there as well.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Al Horford is checked in for Mozgov. Griffin comes in for Kaminsky. Z's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Johnson in for Kyle Lowry. Curry attacking. Passes to Whiteside. Top the key, Barnes. Curry passes to Barnes. He kicks it to Whiteside.
Whiteside,
That's
bro.
good.
He hoops.
Whiteside's got the lead up to 13 now for Toronto.
And as you said, the Raptors kept things close on the road. In the NBA, they had one of the better point differential in terms of victories on the road last season.
Here's Carpenter from outside off the mark.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Henson checked in for the Clippers.
And you mentioned this, I mean, with the Raptors. Only Golden State, Atlanta, and the Clippers.
Put nigga John Henson back in after I took him out.
Like, Pretty, you watching this game?
Had a better road margin of victory than them. Just goes to show you.
I see it. I see you running them tables on.
At the elbow, Griffin.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close, just due to his strength and activity.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Carpenter. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
Both good from the line that time.
The way they've been harming me lately, I just was like, nope.
Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Los Angeles Lakers. Irving kicks to Pittman. Back to Irving. Three-pointer. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Beyond the arc. He just knocked down the buzzer beater. And we finished one half of basketball. It's the Raptors.
Listen, to beat us, Carpenter, that nigga gonna have to go for 60.
We've got more in store.
Oh, man, he just pulled it in his mouth, too.
That nigga Carpenter gonna have to go for 60.
Hey, no lie, that nigga Carpenter no hoe, though.
Yeah, he a
That
dog.
nigga might be the second best I'm playing this bitch.
He said the second.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hey, that nigga ain't
Just
fuck with
about to
mine.
get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from Z.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half is his ability to keep everybody involved.
It's sometimes a game, though. You gotta see when a nigga on, just give him the ball, everybody just fuck that shit.
Share the sugar.
What I do.
You make sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Complete domination. What a game for Z. He's got 11 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
So ready to come to a line?
So for
Get this
Toronto
work.
right now, they've got Porter.
There you go.
Fournier out
Otto
there
Porter.
with Kyrie Irving.
Oh, come
And
on,
there's
Otto.
And it's Aldridge in
You
it.
gotta hit him, bruh.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player in Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
That's a great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking
I'm
advantage.
glad I'm getting the green out of this.
Here is Pittman. He's guarded by Johnson. And that one's good by Porter.
My dude really like a point forward.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
You know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. He's really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Oh, there you go.
Pittman kicks to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here is Pittman. 11 points in the game.
There you go.
There's the dish to Porter.
Otto.
And 3 off the mark.
Porter, bruh.
Clippers trail by 16. Pass to Johnson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
And the Clippers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in.
My goodness, what a move. He left the defender in the dust.
Just glided in for the finish as smooth as a soaring eagle.
And he gets it to go. And that's 13 points for Z.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Irving drives in. Pittman kicks to Barnes. Offline with his three. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move. That's his game.
John Henson's checked in for the Clippers. Crawford comes in for Z. 6 to shoot. Lowry for 3. Can't get it to go. Good D by Irving.
I tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Run out. Crawford, no one around him. Horford dishes to Shumpert. Outside Lowry. Henson with the screen. Here's Horford. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year. And that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
And Shumpert kicks to Crawford. Horford with the screen on Whiteside. It's Crawford with the drive. And stolen by Barnes.
Let's go, Harrison.
No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the pass to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still shows that conservative finish there, just making sure he got the deuce.
And the basket by Pittman.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Picked by Horford. Out to Shumpert. To the right side. From 18 feet away. Misses off the left iron. To the left side wing. Nobody near Barnes. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been
games left. We just trying to get
and
their
far
playoff
superior is their passing.
We
and
know,
that kind
know
of
y'all
flow
gonna be there
can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Tell that nigga to get on. I'm trying to play him.
I'm about to call him.
Here is Pittman. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Toronto ahead.
So don't go.
running away with this one. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Griffin is out there with Mozgov. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Z. And it's Johnson in the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second. Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And for Griffin in his passing.
The score, what y'all looking like? Oh, that was a long ass time out going on.
It ain't looking pretty.
I see you thrashing.
We got a good team out here, man.
There's no way in the fuck you will ever run like that.
Often you'll see him set up teammates.
The only thing I gotta do is stop your dude. Like, your dude score a lot of points in transition. Where I can't like get a body on him, and then you go to the
nigga, all you do points for transition though.
I score in the half court. You see my dude out here 13, 7, and 7, bro. I really spread the ball. Like, your dude would be like, it's like a mellow, bro.
For Griffin.
Great score.
Comes in for
don't be disrespectful. My nigga way better than mellow.
Penetrating. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Raptors lead by 20.
In the interior,
tell my nigga is
Kobe.
How
many layups have they gotten today?
And
he can go for 81 at any given time.
And that one's good. 16 points for money. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Raptors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Hit his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball.
I missed him in the park. I'm gonna get him.
Carpenter. He's covered by Irving.
Read my book again.
Here's Carpenter.
I'm here. Oh, that's
and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that Clark
effortless
net
pour
for
that
getting
up,
inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Got a hand on it. They recover it. Johnson, a wide open look. And he's good on the 3-ball.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Here's Pittman. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving. Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
Johnson attacking. He feeds it to Kaminsky. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Irving passes to Porter. Down low. Mozgov with the steal. Flushes it down to finish the break.
What's that like?
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Well, for a long time, Greg, the Raptors didn't have a lot of nationally broadcast games in the U.S. Seemed like a forgotten team at times, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you know what? A playoff drop is one of the ways that ended that factor. Also, the team plays an exciting brand of basketball. They're a division winner to go along with that, so you start adding those things up, and you see why the Raptors continue to get more and more coverage nationally.
Shot clock at 3. And the basket by Pittman.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Raptors.
You're right there, Steve, and one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really...
Damn!
Oh,
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
I tell you
there.
what, I hope
man,
he got one handy. I want to see that one again.
It's hauled in by Fry.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here's Carpenter. Off target from outside.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Pass to Fry. From deep.
Man,
Here's
20.
Pittman. Shot is no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Man, this nigga side.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And he gets the bucket.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's Carpenter. No good with the triple.
Hey, that was a green light shot, and I missed it. The other last two.
The first one falls.
I don't understand.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
What the fuck, man?
Takes the 3. No good.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner.
We blast a lot of niggas, man.
I'm gonna go make some moves real quick.
Hey. Yo.